Here's a name I can say from the Eradicator.
Hello and welcome to this channel, everyone. This is the Eradicator, and today, well, this is one of those days that comes with a video of significance because Star Citizen 3.8 was released about 2 weeks ago, and I feel like I've played it long enough to feel confident enough to review it. So here we go. This is the review of Star Citizen Alpha 3.8, and as always, we will go over elements such as bug fixes, quality of life, game-changing elements, overall quality, punctuality, and features to give the patch a final score. So let's get started, shall we? Bug fixes. Now this is going to be a tough one because Star Citizen Alpha 3.8 marked the debut of the long-awaited server-side object container streaming, SSOCS, and this involved a large amount of recoding, including from the man himself, Chris Roberts. Now, this means that unfortunately this patch includes a fair amount of new bugs, most of them having been fixed during the PTU phase, but still quite a few still being present in our current live build, and those can really be annoying. Obviously, I am not going to enumerate them all, but it's going to take a long time, so I'll just make a short list of those that I have encountered the most, which are, as you would expect, mostly server related. Among those are ship flippings over on their own, which at best is going to make you waste some time and at worst is going to make you lose your invested money. Guns that won't fire or randomly disappear, which can be rather deadly in the combat situations. Enemy NPCs that fail to appear either in space or on foot missions. Missions that won't update, which is another very frustrating type of bug that really gives you the impression that you are wasting your time. Quantum Drive is still acting weird sometimes. NPCs are standing on chairs. The Moby Glass needs to be activated 2 or 3 times to work. The list goes on and on and on, and I can't give anything better than the 4 out of 10. It was to be expected, and I do expect 3.9 to vastly improve this particular field. Quality of life. One of the things that server-side object container streaming allowed the devs to do was to increase animation speeds, and Star Citizen does feel quicker in almost every aspect, which is a much welcome change because one of the major griefs people have with Star Citizen is that everything always takes a lot of time to do. Leaving planets is also much quicker too. We no longer need to get to altitudes of 75 or 100 kilometers to leave them, and this, in my eyes, makes going there far more attractive. The new orbital stations are also a big plus for me. Being able to sell goods and buy them in orbit is also part of the whole process of helping players to save time, especially with big ships, and I fully support this change. I think that CIG scored a home run here. This game is far more enjoyable to play despite the bugs, and I'll give it here a 10 out of 10. Game-changing elements. To me, weather effects have completely changed how I approach landings, especially if I am hauling valuable cargo. The fact that you can end up in the middle of a storm at night and not be able to see anything adds significant drama and also meaning to your actions, and I am absolutely loving this new adrenaline rushes it gives me. Space combat also changed a lot too, in my opinion, especially thanks to the Call to Arms mission. Interdictions are no longer a drag, and we can now profit from every ambush we may fall into, and that makes playing far more exciting than what playing has ever been. Being now able to do more in less time is also a huge plus and makes our game time more impactful, especially if we don't have much time to play. I know that to the casual player, these changes may not seem like much, but for a player who plays regularly, these are some much needed changes that can only strengthen our devotion to the game, and that is why I'll give it a 9 out of 10. Overall quality. What is, in my opinion, a good quality patch? Well, I'm sure that everyone would have a different answer, but to me, a good quality patch is a patch that doesn't break, works as intended, and looks good. And I am having mixed feelings here because, on the one hand, we are having some excellent progress with far better performance thanks to SSOCS and far better visual experience thanks to Planetech V4. On the other hand, these new technologies are, well, new and obviously needs some polishing, especially server side. We're still experiencing too many desync issues and far more often unstable than stable experiences. We also have a lot of clipping issues, and I noticed that on Lyria, snowstorms effects appear as giant rectangles, which is not acceptable. I'll give it a 6 out of 10, and I do believe I am being generous here. Punctuality. Star Citizen Alpha 3.8 was released over a week before the deadline, and that should have been enough to get it a good bonus for this feature. However, CIG decided to resort to staggered development for their ships, which is in my eyes a way to free themselves of deadlines. However, it also means that the promised patch we got was incomplete, which is why I can't give anything better than a 5 out of 10. I am glad we got 3.8 on time, but then why not delaying the ships to 3.9 if the devs need more time? This is only going to add more stress to the devs in the end. Features. We start with the locations here. Macrotech was supposed to be the highlight of this patch, but when you strip a planet of its point of interest because, well, not ready, you just end up with an empty frame. Macrotech may look amazing, but it nevertheless remains an empty shell at this stage because there won't be anything else to do until at least the next patch. The new orbital stations are very useful for sure, but they are copies of the existing rest and relax stations we've had for a while. The new rest stop interiors look awesome for sure, but they are procedurally generated and feel repetitive after multiple visits. It's also a shame that we can't buy anything else other than scrap. I feel that Clive Imperium here missed an opportunity to make trading a little bit more attractive. Overall, with all the delays, I think that the final result we're having regarding features is quite lackluster, and it is only pulled up by how incredible Macrotech looks, and for that, I can't give anything better than a 5 out of 10. Let's talk about AI now. So, how are the bartenders doing? And where are all the reworked NPCs? Because the ones we're having right now are still standing on chairs. Well, they too have been delayed, and all we were left was improvements that allow NPC to fly in atmospheres or better in asteroid fields. We also have AI gunships that now defend themselves better when they are under heavy fire. Given how quickly I eradicate AI ships, to be frank, I never had the time to notice that. In the end, AI improvement in Star Citizen Alpha 3.8 is subpar and an afterthought, and it is why I give it a 2 out of 10. Now, when it comes to gameplay, I am surprised at how comfortable the new vehicle look-ahead camera is. It just is a great way to stay focused on our target in our immediate destination, and I can't ever imagine going back to how it was before. A surprise, to be sure, but a welcome one. However, I don't think that the same can be said for the vehicle third-person camera, which is anecdotal, at least. Not an easy word to say, right? The Rescue Hijacked 890 Jump mission adds more dynamism and versatility to FPS missions, and using an actual ship interior as an FPS level just is brilliant to me and ushers plenty of new opportunities for the future. The law system was improved with the inclusion of new fine terminals. I like the fact that players are no longer passive when it comes to paying fines. I can totally foresee players not being mindful of those fines and the latter being aggravated and turning into a crime stat. It is really going to be fun to go after those players. Ships can now also get impounded if a player commits a parking violation, and this also adds another level of punishment, especially for starting or broke players who are going to have to be extra careful when landing at regulated areas. Next are the mining heads and the annunciator panels. Mining heads give miners the extra options, and more diversity when it comes to gameplay is always welcome. Annunciator panels give pilots a more intuitive readout of what is going on with their ships, which helps responding to situations quicker. FPS close combat is a disappointment though to me, because we can't really use it at armistice zones, and you can't incapacitate anyone at Grimex, which makes this feature useless in my eyes, at least for now. This patch's features were promising, however, due to them being at an early stage and due to poor decision making, ended up not really having an impact on the game, and thus, well, I can only give a score as high as 3 out of 10. Next, we'll talk about ships and vehicles, and this is going to be a short one. There's only one new available ship for now, the Argomol, a pricey medium-sized miner that only truly appeals to hardcore miners or industrial organizations. Sure, the ship is well done, but it's still the only ship that we have out of all of the other ships have been delayed, and this is why this is worth a 2 out of 10. As far as weapons and items are concerned, well, we'll start here with the Apocalypse Arms Animus missile launcher, which gives foot soldiers another option to take down enemy ships. The weapon works just like a ship's missile launcher and is very easy to use. Good call, CIG. Next is the Bearing P6LR Ballistic Sniper Rifle. As for now, there are no real reasons to use snipers in the game, but when armistice zones will finally be a thing of the past, we'll be glad to have all of those different options on the table. We didn't get a lot here, but I do see a lot of potential, and that's why I'm giving a score of 5 out of 10. Last but not least, we are going to talk about Core-Tech, and here, I'm not gonna lie, we've got a winner. We are starting with planetary effects here, which are amazing. We're having snowstorms, dust storms, and sandstorms, and each of these add extra drama to our surface-sized landings that just make them even more epic than what they used to be. I can't wait to see what the next evolution is going to be of this particular tech. Next on the list is the long-anticipated server-side object container streaming, or SSOCS, and that is an amazing step forward that we are making here with the release of this new tech. We covered it a lot on this channel, so feel free to watch my previous videos about it if you haven't, but let me tell you one thing, it delivers for sure, and performance is at an all-time high. We're still experiencing critical server issues though, but I have no doubt the situation will improve over time. Then we have Planetech V4, which is set to finalize how planets and moons will look like and be created in the future. And the difference between V3 and V4 is like the difference between night and day. I mean, they already looked great, but now moons and planets look amazing. If you haven't logged in for a while, then you are truly missing on something. The tech is accompanied by some atmosphere tech improvements that really do help in making those new planets as believable as possible. Combined with the traditional performance optimization pass, this quarter's Core-Tech features get an amazing 10 out of 10. Well done, Cloud Imperium. And combined together, the features of this patch bring home a 4.5 out of 10. When you promise a lot, you take the risk of under-delivering, and this is what unfortunately happened with this patch. And so, it is time to wrap this review by giving this patch its final score, and Star Citizen Alpha 3.8 gets an average score of 6.5 out of 10. The patch shall be praised for its quality of life improvements and how game-changing it is. However, despite its new tech, too many lackluster elements prevent it from being the major hit it was supposed to be. So, do you agree with the score I gave? Is it too harsh? Is it too generous? Please tell me everything in the comments down below. Now it is giveaway time. Hello and welcome to this channel, everybody. This is the Eradicator and it's giveaway time. So to kick off this year, we are starting with another double giveaway, which is something that is being made possible thanks to the amazing people who support me on the crowdfunding website Patreon. And this is why this first giveaway that I will be mentioning here will be the Patreon's exclusive giveaway, and then we'll talk about the YouTube giveaway. So here we go. This month I am giving away first to my Patreon supporter and RSI Earth rover. I chose this vehicle because it is perfect to explore Markotech and its new environments, and was even featured during the CitizenCon demo. All you need to do to get a chance of winning is to click on the link below to this channel's Patreon page. Pledges start at $1 a month and heavily support this channel. Patreons also get access to my Discord, can get their submitted questions answered during the show, and I will soon be announcing a series of videos that will be for Patreons only, so it might be interesting to have a look. Also, to everyone who supports me on YouTube and smashed that subscribe button already, then I've got something for you too. I am giving away my very last Legionnaire LTI game package, which includes an Aurora Legionnaire with LTI, Star Citizen, and Squadron 42. Perfect if you are an Aurora lover, want an LTI token, or if you don't own the game at all. All you need to do to get your chance of winning is to subscribe to this channel and leave a comment to any videos posted this month. The winner will be announced early next month, so good luck to everybody. And that's all for this quick video. Thank you very much again for your support. It really means the world to me, and I will see you tomorrow for more Star Citizen content. This is the Eradicator. I am signing out.